Darla LeJean, real estate agent with Real Broker in South Louisiana, more specifically Acadiana, Acadia Parish, and even more specifically my hometown of Iota, Louisiana. What an amazing, gorgeous Tuesday it is. And so I wanted to talk to y'all about a couple of things that I hear people comment about, hear people ask me questions about, people say. And listen, before I got into real estate 5.5 years ago, probably I was guilty of believing some of these same misconceptions. But it got me thinking. Lots of people say the same things, ask me the same things, but I'm on my way to the dentist this morning before I go to my other appointments, and it got me thinking. You know, when we choose people to do services for us, in some maybe instances, we might want someone who's going to do maybe the cheapest job. But there are some things that are so important that we don't want the cheapest. I guarantee you, the dentist that I go to, Dr. Mark Broussard in Crowley with Acadiana Smiles, I guarantee you, he is not the cheapest. He is nowhere near the least expensive, but I trust him with my teeth, my children's teeth, my husband's teeth, all of us, 1,000,000%. And he's worth every penny. And so someone yesterday called me and said, we have our home listed with a discount realtor. Well, what in the world is that? What is a discount realtor? I don't know, but I'll tell you what I think it probably is. It's probably someone who promises the moon for a very small fee and doesn't deliver massive results. You get what you pay for, remember that. Anything that sounds too good to be true probably is. You've heard that before too. So when anybody in any profession is willing to discount their services or give you a very low rate, you got to think about why. Why? Because if they have an amazing reputation and do the things that they say they're going to do over and over and over again, there is no reason to discount your services. I guarantee you, with probably 99.9% accuracy, I can get you way more for your home than any other real estate agent around here, and definitely you yourself. Another comment I get lots is, this realtor listed my house and never showed it one single time. Well, listen, we cannot produce buyers. We cannot just magically pull a buyer out of the air. So, I'm just going to tell you what I do. I know what lots of realtors do, but I'm going to tell you what I do. What I do is give you as the seller a recommended list of things that I recommend that you do, so that when your home hits the market, when your home hits Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, all those places, it looks amazing in pictures if you follow my recommendations. And remember, they're not mandates, they are recommendations. I've been in real estate now for about 5.5 years and closed approximately 375 transactions. So I know what sells, I know what looks good in pictures, and it's usually, for sellers, very, very, very minimal. It's not major things, it's always just a lot of little things. A lot of little things that will help your home look amazing in pictures, amazing in videos. But when I hear people say, I listed my house with a realtor and they never showed it one time, well listen, that's really not the fault of the realtor, because they cannot produce a buyer. So number one, the most important thing is to list your house at fair market value in such a way that it is known that it will easily appraise for the sale price. But before you ever get to appraisal, you have to have a buyer that wants to buy it, right? So your house may appraise for X dollars, right? But until that happens, you have to have a buyer that wants to buy it. So remember that. When you are thinking about hiring a real estate agent, you get what you pay for. over and over and over again. I have listed homes, then the sellers has said to me, this is the amount that I need to net, or I want to net, or I think that it's worth. And probably 75% of the time, they're way off and way lower than what they actually can get, what the fair market value is showing, and what they end up getting in their pocket. And time after time after time after time, people say to me, I just can't even believe that just happened. Listen, because as real estate agents, we have access to all of the things that have sold in the last 6 months, in the last 12 months, in all of Acadiana, and basically all of Louisiana, to see what are houses and land selling for, and what is the closing price, which means in order to close on it, it had to appraise, right? Unless it was a cash offer, which really doesn't happen very often. I would probably say 97% of deals that close are financed. They're financed. So if they were financed, it means that they had to have appraised. So when you are thinking about hiring any kind of professional, I would say my best advice is this: interview lots of real estate agents, get the input from your community members. If you're not in my community, if you're not in Acadiana, if you're not in Acadia Parish, if you're somewhere up north or way down south or way east, all right, if you're not in my area, talk to community members in your community and say, who are the top agents in our community who are giving back to the community? Listen, I believe in absolutely giving back. I give back all the time in so many different ways. I love my community. I think it's important. You want an agent who is giving back to the community? You want an agent who doesn't just look busy or has signs everywhere? You want an agent that absolutely closes deals. They close deals. It's easy to look busy. We can all look busy. But if you're not closing deals, it means you just look busy, and that's all you do is look busy, right? That's easy to do. So interview lots of real estate agents. Listen, unless people in your community say there's one that does most of the business in my community, then interview them, see if you sit well with them, see if you have a good relationship, and use them and ask them lots and lots of hard questions. You should be working with someone who believes that they bring value to the table. So for example, let's say that you know the going rate is whatever it is in your community for listing houses, right? And you get a call from a couple of different agents that say, oh, well, I will discount that. The first thing you need to think about is, number one, why are they willing to discount their services, right? Because they're probably not spending a whole lot of money on professional photography, professional videography, marketing, all the things. There are lots of real estate agents out there who are still taking pictures with what looks like flip phones. And listen, that's why they are able to discount their services. But I guarantee you're not going to get in your pocket what a real estate agent who doesn't need a discount is going to put in your pocket at the end of the day. Another thing you need to think about is, are they really big on social media? Do you see them everywhere? Do you see them on Facebook? Do you see them on Instagram? Do you see them on TikTok? Do you see them where all the buyers are looking for houses, right? That's where the general public is looking. They're looking online. They're looking on social media. They're looking at all those places. You want an agent who is everywhere because you want every single advantage to sell your house, right? So when I hear people say, I listed my house with a discount real estate agent because they gave me a good deal and it didn't sell, and so now I'm calling you in hopes that you can help me. Absolutely, I love that call. I absolutely love that call because it shows that you now know that a discount real estate agent is probably not the smartest idea, and now you know that you're using someone who knows how to sell houses, right? So I get that call all the time. And again, remember, like I said, if you are looking to sell, okay, here's another one. I got this one the other day. These people want me to sell a home that I think was built in the early 60s or early 70s, hasn't received one single update since it's been built, and believe that it's worth X amount of dollars, okay? That's going to be a tough conversation, but I'm going to have it because it's not worth what these people think it's worth at all. It's nowhere close to what they think it's worth. So you have to remember that you also want a real estate agent that's going to be honest with you. They're not going to sugarcoat it, and they're going to say, listen, this is the number that I believe that you can get for your house based on what has sold in the last 6 to 12 months, not somebody that's just going to list it for some number that you threw in the air with no proof that it's actually going to appraise for that. That's a waste of everyone's time, right? So make sure when you are looking to hire any kind of professional that you get referrals, that you use someone that people know, like, and trust, and that you know, like, and trust, and that you believe can help you get the job done. Listen, and another thing, I'm going to just say this before I close out. What I love are people who call me up because they know they've seen me close house after house after house after house. They've seen me do it, and they believe in the process. If you are one of those people who are not very trusting of people and you like to micromanage things, please don't call me. Just sell your house yourself. Because listen, if you don't believe in my ability to get your house sold, I don't want to work with you. Simple as that, right? Y'all have a great Tuesday. Take care. And if you have any questions at all real estate related, I'd love to have a conversation with you. I have some great homes coming soon, and I actually have some, if you go to darlacansell, and that's CANSELL.com, lots of houses listed, lots coming soon in every price range and every size you can imagine. Actually, I have one coming in the Iota School Zone with a beautiful in-ground pool, a huge shop on 5.5 acres. It's a brick house on a slab, 3-bed, 2-bath. I'm not sure exactly the price. They are currently working on their recommendations to get it ready to hit the market looking gorgeous. And that's just one. I have quite a few coming. Quite a few sellers working on their to-do list right now. And I love seeing the before and afters. Absolutely. What I love about sellers is they always exceed my expectations. So seeing them before I gave them the list and then seeing the house after always excites me. So I'm excited that there are lots of more things coming for sale that's good for you as a buyer. So if you are thinking about buying soon and you just have no idea where to get started, give me a call or message me. I would love to have a conversation with you. Y'all have a great rest of the week.